Salesforce peeps, this is May the S-Force be with you. In this episode, we're going to take our first look at creating custom profiles. Now, if we start here logged in, we go to Setup. We're going to go down towards the bottom under Administration Setup. This is under Manage Users, and we're going to click Profiles. Now, I haven't created any custom profiles, so everything you see here is going to be what comes standard here. And you can see here user license. This is the type of license that the profile uses. And you'll notice, let's sort by this. We can't sort by that. All these Salesforce licenses, those are pay licenses. For instance, you'll see Chatter free and Force.com free. That's a non-pay license. And let's go ahead and create a new user profile. Let's call this Patient Manager, and it's going to ask you to clone an existing profile. There's not an option to not do that. It's just a quick way to create a new profile based off of an existing one. And you can see here the user license that this profile has is the Salesforce Pay one. There's no way to change that, so let's clone this off of the Force.com free. One of the nice things about custom objects is that a free user is going to be able to see all of your custom objects, but not necessarily a lot of the standard objects like accounts, cases, contacts, etc. So let's go ahead and save that, and we're going to make a patient manager account. Alright, so let's look at what we've got here so far. It's a custom profile, and the user license up there, the name of the profile, a couple of things here: console layout, home page, default, field security, etc. Let's go ahead and edit this. I'm actually going to call this Patient Manager free, and this is going to be the profile for a patient manager using a free license, custom Force.com license. Okay, we're going to make the platform. We're going to get into applications later. Now, since this is a free license, you'll notice that it's not even an option to set the standard tab settings for accounts, contacts, etc., because this license won't be able to see them. Our custom tabs, we want them to be able to see all of these: connections, doctors, patients. I'm actually going to hide default off, groups, files, chatter, dashboard. Dashboards we'll leave on, and documents will make default off for now. Profile default off. We want them to focus on patients, connections, and doctors. And I'll actually turn this people thing off. There we go. API enabled, that's important. You want them to be able to access the API. We'll go into that later. And you want them to be able to create and customize reports. In order to do that, they should be able to run reports. In order to do mass emails, they should be able to send email. And in order to send email, they need to edit tasks. All these things with the help I next to them are going to have dependencies, basically. Mass edit from lists. This is nice. We'll get into that later. Show custom sidebar on all pages. Well, we're not going to do that right now. And this is where we get into our object permissions. Since they're a patient manager, we want to be able to view all and modify all and create patients. And we should be able to read doctors, but we won't allow them to create, edit, or delete these other parts right here. Perhaps we'll be able to edit edit connections, because maybe we want to connect. We want to create connections for patients. Actually, we'll make create connections here. Now, if you notice here, view all. Check the boxes if you want users with this profile to have view access to all records of the selected object type. You know what? Let's go ahead and uncheck that here, because let's say we want to differentiate which groups of patients our patient managers want to control. And let's go ahead and save that. And so we've created a free license, a Force.com free license profile for Patient Manager. Okay, let's actually go here and make a Salesforce Pay license profile now. And we'll clone the Contract Manager to make a new one there. This will be Contract Manager. We're going to make this Patient Manager. And this will be a pay license. You can see what kind of differences they have here. So let's edit this. Alright. So we got Patient Manager, the Patient Manager profile for a pay Salesforce license. Alright. And what applications do we want them to be able to see? We just want them to be able to see the Force.com. Force.com. You know what? Since patients are connected to contacts, contacts are something that pay licenses can see, as you can see down here. And fortunately, pay licenses can see contacts, cases, accounts, things like that. We're going to want this profile maybe to be able to use the call center and make cases for patients that call in. So let's go ahead and keep this profile applicable to the call center, maybe not the community or marketing. We don't want sales to be the default one for this. Let's take out chatter. We want Force.com to be the default app. Let's take sales out of there. Perfect.
That is not working.
Oh, push home, honey. And so we're going to take off everything except basically contacts. Everything except contacts is going to be default off. And we won't really hide anything at this point. We can always do that later. And let's leave dashboards on, actually. Contracts off. Oh, the console tab is hidden. How can we change that? I guess we can't. Console tab is hidden. Huh. We want to enable that later. Solutions. We'll leave solutions and cases default on also, because if patients call in, we want to be able to enable cases and create solutions out of that. We'll go into that a little later. Accounts, we'll just make all these default off. Default off. Default off. Leads, opportunities, people. I'm just going to pause this while I